Before I came to the Hope Rescue Mission, I was living the street life. I was out there selling drugs. I didn't really have no structure in my life, so it was more about making money instead of realizing it was damaging people's lives. So the time that I got was a significant time for me to think about what I've done. So I'm coming into society and re-entering, and I need the structure and support.
It was hard. It was drug related. I used drugs. I used drugs for years. And that's all I did for about 30 years. You know? And then one day, I'm living in a rooming house. And I said, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna die.
Life before coming to Hope Rescue Mission was a little, just a lot of situations going with an alcohol problem that I had, and a relationship problem at the time. And I actually was pulled over here outside of Reading here, and I was pulled over for a speeding ticket. I had alcohol, it was a DUI, and what happened was I was living in New York at the time, so I was heading back to New York, and I didn't make the court appearance. So then I had a warrant for my arrest, and when I came back to Pennsylvania, I handed myself in. I wound up with losing my license and losing all the money I had with a lawyer and stuff, and I had no place to go, so I came to the Hope Rescue Mission.
A lot of people sell themselves short, they give up, and they don't put the will to go look for a job or take care of themselves, and they feel like they've been abandoned and neglected. But you can get all that support here, and not only that, this actually helps you get support from your family. Once they see that you're on the right path, you can continue living life the way a normal person would.
I believe most people misunderstand homelessness just to the fact that a lot of people assume that everyone's a bad person or people are doing drugs or have you alcohol, whatever the situation is. But, a lot of people just simply going through, it could be a divorce, it could be maybe a mother or father passed away, they had no place to go, no place to lay back on anyone. I just really do believe that a lot of people do maybe assume that most homeless people are drug addicts, alcoholics, and what have you. And don't get me wrong, there are some, obviously, but I would say there's more of a percentage less at the Hope Rescue Mission, which I'm pretty confident in saying there is less drug addicts and alcoholics that come in than actually the other way around. But it does happen. People go through different things. Everyone has a different scenario, but that's what I believe.
I got situated here, and then there's rules you gotta follow. If you want something out of this program, there's rules. I came here to get accountability, the people to watch over me, give me drug tests. If you want it, that's what you come here for. It's not your way. I tried it my way when I was out there. So when I came here, I already knew about discipline. So I know what I needed. I needed discipline.
The biggest challenges was adjusting to society and understanding that I came out a decade and a half later, that society has changed. The people are different, and COVID had a major effect to that. And I'm just trying to adjust, learn the bus schedule, everything all over again. So basically I'm reprogramming myself. Right now, I hope for is to be successful, to reunite with my kids, which I have been doing. It's been great. And to be a functional, normal person in society.
So the nice thing is with being here is it gives you the opportunity to make a little money and also save money. So what happened was, while I was here working at the Welcome Center, I was saving my money. Actually, I saved 80% of my money in the whole time I was working here. So it gave me the opportunity to save up enough money to get my own place. I found a place kind of close by, which was nice, 10 minutes away. When I actually moved out of the shelter, since I wasn't a resident here anymore, a position came available as shelter manager. They pulled me in and asked if I would be interested. I absolutely agreed to it, and I love the position. I love helping people. I like the work. I like what I do. It feels good to help others in need, and again, it keeps me on the right track at the same time. To me, prayer is very powerful, and what I mean by that is, I prayed to stay sober. I prayed for my son to get back in my life. I prayed for my own place. I prayed for my fiance to come back in my life. And it's through prayer and staying on the right track. It's like a puzzle. The puzzle's coming together. My son's back in my life. My fiance moved in with me not too long ago. I have a nice place. Those are prayers I've been asking for, but I look at it as do good and good will come to you. And I truly believe in that. If you can, and again, anything can happen, like between then and now. But again, I have people in my phone. If I decide I need to pick up a drink, where I'm going to make that phone call or talk to someone here before I would make a move like that, because there's not a positive that I can think of picking up a drink or a substance. But I know 1,000 negatives, and again, that's all no money, no job, no place, no kid, no fiance, and it all goes away again. So why would I want to lose that? But I feel a lot of it's done through prayer and just staying on the right track.
2 years ago, I started working at the warehouse at the Hope Rescue Mission. And we sort clothes, and we take clothes out for the men at the shelter, for the shelter here. Jeans, shoes, socks, underwear, coats, everything that men need for here. We separate that and they bring it here for the men. And we do the same for the women. So that's what we do there. And when I first started, I didn't miss a day, because I laid around for almost 30 years, laid around smoking and nothing positive. And I never wanted to do that again. I went to work every day, and I was happy to go to work, proud to go to work. My hope is to stay clean, stay focused, hold on to this job as long as I can. But my future is just be grateful that I'm not living the life I used to live. And remember where I came from. This life today, I take one day at a time. I've been a drug addict for over 40 years. I can't worry about tomorrow. I only can stay in the day.